Hey lambs, I'm back. Kai's here for another Kai Rants. First of all, sorry for the noise in the background. Somebody is mowing their lawn right next door, and I closed all the windows, but you can probably still hear it. So apologies for that. I know you still wanted your daily commuting episode, so here I am. Before I begin, I just want to remind you that this episode, Kai Rants and all of Love and Murder, is sponsored by my patrons. Want to be a sponsor? Go to www.patreon.com/Love and Murder and become a lamb patron. Thank you in advance. Now, let's get into today's rant. On January 27th, 2020, Gannon Stouch, an 11-year-old, was reported missing by his stepmother, Leticia Stouch. Obviously, after that report, the community and the state started searching for this 11-year-old. On March 2nd, 2020, in a weird turn of events, Leticia was arrested in connection with her stepson's disappearance. As investigators, investigated the case, they gathered irrefutable evidence from the Stouch home. Now, they focused particularly on Gannon's bedroom, which showed them that something gruesome had happened in there. Basically, what they saw was blood spatter was all over the walls, a blood-stained mattress, and blood-soaked carpet. So, something happened in there. And this is why Leticia, among other things which I'll get into, was arrested. Authorities believe that she murdered Gannon in their home right before she reported him missing. Now, not only did Leticia allegedly do this, she pulled her 17-year-old daughter into the crime too. You seriously right now, woman? She asked her to go and buy baking soda, trash bags, and carpet powder. And then after she came home with all of that, because I don't know why first of all, you shouldn't have done any of this, but I don't know why you couldn't have done this yourself, that you pulled your child into it. After that happened, her and her daughter went about cleaning up all the blood. After her arrest, during a 5-hour recorded interrogation by the FBI, Agent Jonathan Grusin questioned Leticia, and that's when she revealed, basically, I don't want to say she just automatically came out, but through his detecting, she revealed that she knew more than she let on as to where Gannon was. Because right now, all they know is she reported him missing, and look at what's happened in the house. So then they picked her up and questioned her, and her answers weren't answering. Then, to top it off, Agent Grusing was like, hey, look at your browser history. It's very interesting to me. Why did you search for things like, quote, I don't like my stepson, and, quote, blood spurting from an arterial bleed? Why did you search that? Can you tell me? Inquiring minds want to know. And it's like I always tell y'all, if you're going to commit a crime, please, for the love of the police and investigators, have as much evidence on and around your person as possible. Make sure you have a search history, text messages, email, a manifestos. Damn, paint your plans on the wall if you have to. Just enough evidence. Throughout the investigation, Leticia lied her ass off. She told stories to the detectives, and with each story, she added more embellishment and just, full out changed what she was saying. Among her lies was that she hired some guy to repair part of her carpet, and he came over, he was like, anybody call for carpet repair? She's like, yeah, I have, this side of my carpet is messed up. And he was like, do the carpets match the drapes? And in his head, according to her, come repair the carpet meant come and rape me. And he raped her and then was like, well, I'm done with this. Just as assurance, I'm going to take your 11-year-old son, and if you tell anybody about this. And that was her story. Well, what did the guy look like? What's his name? What company did he come from? Just, let's track him down based that he came from a company to repair your carpet. Oh, wait. No information on him whatsoever? Oh, that's weird. Then 2 weeks after this happened, 2 weeks after the interrogation and the arrest and everything, on March 18th, 2020, Gannon's lifeless body was discovered in a suitcase beneath a bridge in Florida. Hold on, did I even tell y'all where this started? Because Florida? Dude, she came from Colorado. She drove from Colorado to Florida, put him in a suitcase, and just dumped him under a bridge. That's supposed to be your stepson, aka your son, what you would call your son. Some people are just so freaking heartless. During the trial, Letitia was accused of stabbing Gannon 18 times and then hitting him in the head and then shooting him. Damn, woman! Why didn't you just get with a guy who didn't have a kid? Of course, she pled not guilty by way of insanity. Oh, wait. Yeah. Her attorney argued that she was sexually abused as a child, which caused what? Her to grow up to be a murderer? Well, this is what he said, which caused her to develop DID, which is dissociative identity disorder. Really? Your case is that one of her personalities did this? That's your case? Now, as an attorney, as you know I am, which I'm not, you know you really have no leg to stand on when you start reaching. As an attorney, you start reaching because, man, your reaching is really reaching. It also came out that Gannon's father, Al Stouch, who, by the way, had divorced Letitia after she was arrested in March of 2020, had become suspicious of Letitia and asked the FBI to listen to his phone calls with her. Good job, Dad. Really good job. Before Letitia's sentencing this month, well, as of this recording, Al addressed the courtroom. He requested that her sentence reflect the distance she had driven from Colorado to Florida to casually discard his son's body. That's what I'm freaking saying. Think about that. She did all this. 3 things, dude. 3 things. She stabbed him 18 times. Do you know how hard it is? You know how tired she should have been? Then she gathered up her stamina to then bash him over the head. If that wasn't enough, then she went and found a gun and shot him. Got her daughter to get all this stuff from the store. I guess that's why she didn't go to the store. Maybe she was too tired. Had her and her daughter clean up all the blood. In the meantime, called 911, put on a fake voice, because you know she did. And then got in the car and drove from Colorado to Florida. Look, I'm about to look up how far that is. Dude, that is a 26.5-hour drive, 1,852 miles. And this is just estimated because I don't know where she came from in Colorado or where she dumped the body in Florida. But estimating Colorado to Florida, 26.5-hour drive, 1,852 miles, 2,980.5 kilometers. She had time to do all of this. You kidding me right now? And you trying to blame DID? I agree with the father. Reflect on all of that while you're sentencing. He told the jury and the court that Gannon's last words to him were, quote, "I'm going to finish watching Pokemon." Can you imagine that as a father? You just think your son is fine. You went to, you're at work. I'm going to see him when I get home. These are his last words to you because he didn't know what was coming. Prosecutors argued that Letitia's motives for this act was to inflict pain and suffering on her husband, who at the time was away on a National Guard deployment. The judge also believed that jealousy and hatred of Gannon's mother, whose name is Landon Bullard, played a role in her action. Then give the son to the mother. Just give her son. Despite her claims of insanity and her troubled past, a Colorado State mental hospital had her declared as sane, ya ass, at the time of Gannon's death, because you were sane. Before handing down her sentence, Judge Gregory Werner said that, quote, "The facts in this case are the most horrific I have ever seen," and that Letitia's, quote, "conduct in this case deserves the maximum sentence that I can impose according to Colorado law," end quote. He also pointed out that compared to others who said DID or any mental illness was the reason for whatever crime they'd committed, Letitia was never surprised by what her so-called other personalities did. Instead of the surprise, the shame, and the hurt that should have followed based on she woke up and found, oh my God. She went about purposefully and intentionally covering up her tracks. Quote, there is no time during the minutes, hours, and days following the murder where Leticia came out and wondered, gee, why am I carrying a body around in my luggage? That just isn't credible, which was a quote from the judge. Leticia was convicted of first-degree murder of a child by a person in a position of trust, which I didn't even know was a thing, tampering with evidence, and other unnamed charges. And she was given life in prison without the possibility of parole. Oh my God, Lambs, what did you think about that one? I mean, I was really heated. I'm sorry. I was really heated reading this case. And as always, if you think anybody is being abused, any child is being abused, don't forget that you can call the Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-4-CHILD or 1-800-422-4453. You could also go online at childhelp.org. The hotline is available any time of day and in more than 170 languages, so no excuse. I want to know what y'all thought about this. I want to know what y'all thought about the verdict. I freaking wholeheartedly agree with the verdict. What do you think? I want to hear from you. That's all the rant I have in me today, lambs. Until tomorrow's rant, bye.